I think the big thing was I had never been to China before.
I've just always wanted to go to China. It's been a dream of mine since I was young, but I've always wanted to come to China and just experience it purely.
I've been to China many times, like a handful. 2019 was my last time before this trip. I've been to China like when I was in high school doing a lot of exchange programs, and then I also came back a couple years ago to do a finding our roots, going back to my grandparents' village, going to my parents' villages, and that was really cool because I saw all the houses that they grew up in.
A lot of people have been helping us out throughout the few days here.
Right when we landed, people were friendly from the airport to even the travel here and the hotel. So everybody was friendly, kind. It was a good environment.
I'm really enjoying myself. The natives are very kind and very nice, and I believe I've had a trip of a lifetime here, being able to meet new people.
I think the Chinese people are some of the kindest that I've met. I don't speak any Chinese, and sometimes they don't speak English, but we're still able to communicate, and they try to help me and talk with me. So I really appreciated the kindness from the people.
I feel like I realize people in China are not that different than us in the United States. We all like to have fun, joke around. I don't know. I've noticed as I get to know more people in China that we're all more similar than I thought.
Well, because my family's my parents are the first ones to come from China, so we're very culturally Chinese. So we know a lot of our culture. But when I come to China to visit, it's actually very interesting to see that it's actually very modern in China, and our parents are actually very old school, more old school than people in China.
So I wanted to come to China, experience the culture here. Also learn from the other medical doctors and students that were coming to this event and compare ideas and learn from the experience of healthcare in China.
I think there's a lot to learn in China about medical techniques.
A lot of people have misconceptions because of the language barrier, but because of translating apps and being able to use technology, I think that you're able to learn what the people are like, which is where there's a lot of miscommunication.
Once you've experienced a country firsthand and you have your own stories and experiences there, then everything you do in the future will sort of be affected by your stay here.
I think it's awesome that that's a big part of this conference. There's a lot of conversation about sustainability, and cool to see how the US and China can work together in that capacity.
Like I said, the people here are so nice, and I think if we develop more of a friendship and work together, I believe we can develop a stronger bond with one another between America and China.
I think that if the two countries work together, they can solve a lot of global issues that transcend just China and the US. They're both two very big superpowers on the world stage, and by working together, they can collaborate on issues that are affecting the entire world, like global warming, food insecurity. I think China and the US can work together to solve those.